Бакојани и математиката.
Nobody wants to rename anybody. Let me make it very clear. Macedonia is a great geographical region. 51% of Macedonia belongs to Greece, 38% belongs to Bulgaria, I don't know exactly, 27 I think to Fyrom, and 1% to Albania.
За неа територијата Македонија има 127%.
The Commissioner remains concerned by Greek authorities' refusal to recognize the existence of any other minority except Muslims. What prevents Greek authorities from showing greater receptivity to diversity and allowing members of the Macedonian, Albanian, Turkish, Roma, and Vlach minority groups to identify as such and to express their identities? And when does Greece plan to ratify the Framework Convention for the Protection of National Minorities, the European Convention on Nationality, and the Fourth Protocol to the European Convention on Human Rights? And when will the Macedonian, Turkish, Albanian, Vlach, and Roma minorities be granted full minority rights, freedom of religion, and recognition by the government of Greece? Thank you.
I can tell you with great confidence that Greece doesn't have a very strong lobby in Europe. I think the Greeks are being treated, and we look at the Greeks and laugh at how silly they are about this whole issue. It is not a mature response from a mature administration about matters that are of strategic importance to our global safety and our good neighborly policies. Macedonian troops are serving in Afghanistan as we speak. We have to discuss this in a friendly way because Greece is a part of the EU. Greece should play a mature, dignified role as a partner of the EU in making the EU a safe and prosperous place. And therefore good neighborly policies are what we drive the European Union with.
But I think there is a resentment in Macedonia at the neglect that Macedonia gets internationally, that there is much less attention paid to it, and I think that's partly because Western and other media, people in the media, don't want to get into the debate, and therefore they're going to go on talking about Greece, but they're not going to talk about Macedonia. My impression is that in the long run, Macedonia will be the name of this country, that the former Republic of Yugoslavia, Macedonia, is too complicated and heavy, and I think people will just simplify it in the long run. But, you know, there's still resistance in Greece and a great deal of sympathy for Greece in Western Europe. Clearly, Macedonia has culture. You can see it everywhere. And it has a great history, which I wasn't fully aware of before I came. And Greek culture itself borrowed a great number of aspects, and including philosophy and mathematics and things like that, from ancient Egypt or from Syria.
You know that I'm against. But the problem is that I cannot convince the Greek government to do something which is in their mind not in their interest. So that's a problem. So I don't know how to deal with it, and I'm very sorry because I feel really a little bit guilty for this crazy situation. I'm not guilty, but I feel, because of being a European, I see that the behavior of Greece is not very fair and it's not very understandable. When Greece wanted to enter the Union, there was nobody who made such a problem out of anything which was bilateral. So I think they should take care that we all are Europeans, we want to be together, and they are hindering them to enter. I think it's not very Christian. Even if you are Orthodox or if you are Catholic or Protestant, you have a Christian believing, and I think they should behave a little bit like this. The problem is that the name question could be solved perhaps with a double name, but they cannot take away the identity of Macedonians. being a Macedonian in Macedonia means something.
Постои став во Македонија, доколку изборите се фер и демократски, може да се очекува датум за преговори.
Anyway, you have to have free and fair elections, correct elections. It doesn't matter if you are in the union or outside of the union. It is a duty for a normal democratic country. On the other hand, it is also one of the conditions to enter the negotiations. So if it is another obstacle which is taken away, it's okay. But the question of Greece and Macedonia, I cannot solve it, and I hope that at least Greece and Macedonia will find a possibility to find a way out of this impasse.
Инаку блокирана е целата идеја на проширувањето.
It's blocked because of the veto. We have the regularium in the European Union that the enlargement has to be done in unanimity. So, and if Greece is not doing it, I don't know how to hinder them.
You can't go under another name. No one else. My mother gave me my name, and she told me I'm Macedonian. So Greece can't tell me something else. Greece beat me up. I was born there for speaking Macedonian. Now I'm going to change my name and not call myself Macedonian. Just whatever they want. We will go into NATO. We will go into the European Union under our terms. Enough is enough, because we are now with the United Nations, and we will get into those two places. For sure we will, because NATO has no choice. We're on the crossroads of Europe. They cannot have the oldest country on earth in the Western world kept out of the club that they call their own club. So they have to have everyone participating in it. They have to take us the way we are, who we are, as that name.
Last two, please. Here in New York, please.
Mr. Secretary, I need your attention. A few moments ago, you said specifically, quote, ethnic Macedonians, unquote, for the first time in history. That means the U.S. government is recognizing the so-called, quote, Macedonian ethnicity and language, unquote.
I don't think it is so-called. Macedonian language exists. Macedonian people exists. It's not, we teach Macedonian at the Foreign Service Institute. We teach Serbian. We teach Croatian. Now we teach Bosnian. There's a debate in Montenegro as to Crnogorski jezik, the Montenegrin language. All languages, when I speak now not as a bureaucrat, but as, a lapsed historian, all languages are human creations, and they develop over time and become codified, and it's not up to there is a Macedonian language. There is also, we're supportive of the Nimitz process on the name to settle this issue.
What about the ethnicity? You mentioned ethnicity.
Well, I'm not. I did mention that, but this is an issue. It is for people to define themselves. Ultimately, I suppose the ethnicity is. It's just a fact as far as I can tell. The issue of the name is something that is on the table. And this is something to be discussed. I'm not the negotiator, and I'm not certainly an anthropologist or an ethno-historian. Thank you.
Note that as we welcome Albania and Croatia to NATO, this will not be the last time that we have such a celebration. And I look forward to the day when we can welcome Macedonia to the alliance. The door to membership will remain open for other countries that meet NATO standards and can make a meaningful contribution to Allied security.
A lion would mark the graves of the Theban sacred band, an elite unit wiped out by Macedonians in a few hours.